Ahoy! My name is Jesse. This is The Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. As a musician myself, and this week is a special week where I'm debuting games I've never had on the channel. And it's a mixture of me just choosing and some couple Patreon suggestions. I have always heard of Sea of Thieves. Don't know what it is, I just know it's like this kind of, I think it's first person. But you're just basically out in the high seas, and I know it's like a popular streaming game, and as far as my knowledge goes. So we're here to listen to some music. We're starting with Spectral Sails from the channel Sea of Thieves, followed by Becalmed Seafarer song, which apparently is about a developer who passed away. These are requested by thegoodtwo and John. Thank you so much. So let's set sail. We're pirates. And we can look up stuff later, who the composer is, blah, 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 blah. This is the debut of Sea of Thieves. Pirate music. Pirates are bad. You have to remember that. These are bad people. But they're cool as hell. Yeah, immediately gives the feeling of like bad person, but they're badass. I'm gonna look up Sea of Thieves and then read it later. Well, it definitely sounds nautical. This reminded me a little Tim Burton a little bit. Sorry, not Tim Burton. Well, yeah, kind of. But Danny Elfman. It sounds more cinematic than I thought it was going to sound. I thought it was going to be more like drinking Renaissance type music. Are there bosses in this game? Because this sounds like a boss. Whoa! Composed by Robin Beanland. That's a big deal. Is that a saw? I mean, talk about like intensity. Ooh! Almost sounds like a horror movie. I'm deathly afraid of the ocean, so this is like how I envision the ocean. Oh, the little snare. It's definitely menacing. Like, here comes Captain blah blah blah, you know? This is reminding me of a traumatic event I had as a child. I'll share it. I've never told this story. It's not it doesn't bring my day down or anything. It's just I forget about it. This is really well done. Wow. It's hard to believe we're only halfway through. If there's bosses in this game, then this is surely a huge shark or something. Like, we're definitely fighting something here, right? Like, this is battle music. Ooh. That's sick. lightened up. The power of a key change. You know, to be honest, in my life I have not really taken in much pirate media. I've never seen Pirates of the Caribbean. It's just like what I know from cartoons and stuff. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I've seen anything that involves pirates. I gotta think about that. I'm sure I've had something that's like inspired by pirates. I did play one game that had a character that was a pirate. Lost Odyssey. Damn, dude. This is like a full-on orchestral masterpiece. Ooh. God, it never even occurred to me. Sea shanties are probably running rampant in this soundtrack. Oh man, I have a lot to talk about actually. Holy crap. What a strong debut, Jesus. I don't even know where to start. Okay. That was great. It sounded like a movie. Now, as soon as I thought that, I knew I had to talk about this because it's just one of those things. Like, same how with video games, there's a lot of movies I've never seen. A lot of popular movies. Pirates of the Caribbean is always one I've been interested in. It looks cool. There's a lot of movies I just haven't seen. And I've heard really good things about Pirates of the Caribbean. It even has a very famous main theme too. So it reminded me of that, and it's making me think. I wonder just how much influence that had, because I feel like before Pirates of the Caribbean, there was pirate stuff, but I feel like that changed a lot, or it made it popular again at least. Because I'm trying to think of the last time anything pirate related was popular. I'm sure there was, but I just can't really think of it right now. And then it made me think, what have I played or seen that even has pirates? I know what pirates are. But I don't know if I've... I mean, I'm sure I played games that have some inspiration, right? You're looting and... The only thing that comes to mind immediately is Lost Odyssey. There's a main character who's a pirate. And she's really cool. I can't think of anything else. I'm sure there's something, but I just can't think of anything else. I'm trying to think of FF9 counts, like Zidane and crew, but maybe they just look like it. I don't know. Also, this reminded me that when I heard songs from Warframe, like Sleeping in the Cold Below and other stuff like that, I think that was the first time I had a sea shanty on the channel. And I think a lot of songs from Warframe are very inspired by pirates. I think even some of the comments I remember, it's been a while, but I think people even describe Warframe as a sort of pirate game. Not like this, but like space pirates type of thing. Which sounds super intriguing. Then the next thing on my mind was Robin Beanland. who was part of Rare, right? Donkey Kong, Killer Instinct, which features a pirate. Actually, I'm not even sure. Is oh, what's his name? The skeleton dude. I'll look it up in a second. Isn't he a pirate? He looks like one. Anyways, Robin Beanland. Awesome. This is the first time I've heard him not in like, well, this is the first time I think I've heard him in like a more recent game. When I think of Robin Beanland, I usually think of like the 90s. So this is really cool. And also, this has been, like I said, a long time coming. I've always heard of Sea of Thieves. I've seen a few moments, and by moments I mean like less than 10 seconds. But the vibe I got from Sea of Thieves was like one of those games akin to like GTA 5 roleplay or something kind of like that, where you have like a crew and you're just, well, role-playing, really, you know? I don't know what you do. I don't know if it has like a single-player story. Every memory I have with this game, I think, has been like online. So I don't even know if there's, you know, a narrative or something like that. I don't even know if it's still going. I just know it's popular. Or was popular or something like that. There was something else I was going to say. Spinal was the character, by the way. I was thinking Primal for some reason. I was like, no, Spinal. Is Spinal a pirate? I think he is. I don't know his story. This is great. But I can't help but think, just because of how popular Pirates was, Pirates of the Caribbean, did it take like inspiration from that? Because to me it sounded like a pirate movie. And the first thing that comes to mind with a pirate movie is Pirates of the Caribbean. That was great. That was an amazing first impression of it. Spectral sales. Let's move on to, well, I guess we're gonna get sad. Apparently a developer passed away, so this game has already been released, I'm guessing? Or did this happen before? This is Becalmed Seafarer song from Sea of Thieves.
A ship, she dreams of wind in her sails, of wind in her sails, unfurled and shining as we cross the sea, we cross the sea for home. Then we'll all raise our voices, a song in our hearts, and set our eyes on distant shores with wind in her sails again. There'll be cheering and calling, no more squabbling and brawling. When we have the wind in our sails, when we have our feet on the ground, we'll sow our good fortune
Trying to find the singer, but I can't find anything.
There'll be feasting and pleasure, no more rationing and measure. When we have the wind in our sails.
Oh, it's developed by Rare. Today I learned. Man, Rare made a lot of famous games, didn't they? Well, well, it's safe to assume that that's the only song in the soundtrack that sounds like that. If I had to guess, that was really emotional. It's never a good thing to hear, obviously. When it always sucks to see as well, like you're seeing the credits and they're like dedicated in the memory of whatever. It happens, you know, because well, that's life. But also, I don't know, it's just really sad. You spend, years with this crew that can be like family, and then. But I'm not here to talk about the sadness. I'm here to talk about the music. I couldn't find the singer at all. Really beautiful, by the way. It actually kind of reminded me of one of the singers from South of Midnight. I don't know her name either, but that game features like a handful of singers, and one of them sounded like this one. My question is this a song that appears normally, or do you have to kind of go out of your ways, like an Easter egg of some kind, or you know what I mean? Or was it like they made an update and then just... It almost sounds like it could be credits. But I'm willing to bet that it's like a really special, just one-time song, and nothing sounds like that besides that. So it's from 2018, action-adventure game by Rare. I honestly thought Rare wasn't even a thing anymore. I thought Rare went away in the 90s. Shows how much I know. The player assumes the role of a pirate who completes voyages from different trading companies. The multiplayer game sees players explore an open world via a pirate ship from a first-person perspective. Players may encounter each other during their adventures, sometimes forming alliances and sometimes going head-to-head. Only at sea? Or do you... I don't know. Well, how does it work? Do you fight for like territory or just loot? What is the end game goal? Have a big alliance? Oh, I just remembered that I had like a traumatic event. Yeah, dude, the ocean is freaky. It's vast. You know, I think it's like the closest we'll ever get to aliens. You know, if you go down far enough, there's things that look like shouldn't belong here. There's just like 20-foot squids, see-through fish with literal light bulbs on their head. It's freaky down there, man. I don't know. It's just kind of like mesmerizing when I think about that stuff, because humans weren't meant to go down there, and we developed technology, luckily, that allows it to go down there. Because otherwise, we would never be able to see that otherwise, which is crazy to think about, right? Whole world living underneath us that we would never see if it wasn't for cameras and whatever. That's fascinating stuff to think about. It just kind of goes over people's heads. Anyways, so there's that. It's also, have you ever seen a video of the ocean at night? Like a boat out at night? It's just pitch black. Nothing. The idea of like your boat getting stranded, it's frightening, dude. Frightening. Also, the idea of just like nothing on the horizon, just water. It's a little spooky to me. Also, when I was a kid, my memory of this is really shaky, and I'm only sharing this because it's relevant, but I tend to forget a lot of details because it's not something very pleasant, but also I don't remember much of it. I was very, very young. And I don't even know the proper name of what happened. I think it's called a riptide, but please correct me if I'm wrong, what I'm about to explain. Basically, long story short, I was on a beach as a kid. I remember that much. And then my memory goes from being at the beach, close my eyes, and I wake up in the middle of the water. Like, I don't know. It felt like a quarter mile away. I don't know. It's just, I can still see people, but I don't know how I got out there. I knew that if I made any noise, no one could hear me. I can't hear what the people are saying. I don't know if they even see me. I don't know if they're like waving at me or like, hey, what's going on? I can't swim. Also, I never learned how to swim because I was never going to touch water after that. All I remember, I don't know if this is like a trigger warning, but nothing happened to me, but just in case, trigger warning. All I remember was After like 30 seconds, not 30 seconds, it felt like 30 seconds, maybe like 10 seconds. I just kind of gave up. And I was like, well, this is it, you know? And I just closed my eyes. And then I wound up on shore again. It's, I think I've told this story maybe like 4 times my entire life. And from there, I don't remember. It's weird, you know, like I don't remember if people were like excited to see me. I don't remember if anyone even noticed I was gone. I just remember waking up and being in the middle of the ocean. Crazy. So yeah, I never looked into it because I don't want to know any of that, you know. I've just heard that it's been a riptide. It's called a riptide. It's such a weird memory that I've never even like, I don't even think I've shared that with my parents. So it's not like I can be like, hey, did this ever happen? You know, I just put it like way back in memory. Anyways, song is great. But that's just, I don't know. I've always had like this kind of phobia of the ocean. Not so much anymore. I'm grown now, but like, it's not like I look at a pool of water. I'm like, ugh, you know, I just never learned how to swim. It's probably really easy and enjoyable. It's just, you know, a traumatic event is just going to make you not want to go there anymore. Anyways, I wasn't expecting to talk about all that stuff, but here we are. But Sea of Thieves is always, like I said, it always caught my attention. It's very interesting now that I know it's Robin Beanland and Rare. You know, that's, I never would, like I said, I thought Rare was way past gone. I could have sworn they were gone since the Nintendo 64, but. So my question is just really quick. Is this game still going? How do you find this song? It's really beautiful, by the way. I don't want to disrespect it. It's really beautiful. Sad. So rest in peace to them. But 2 really good songs. I have a feeling that this is a really good soundtrack. It's got to be, right? It's got to make you feel like you're out at seas. Probably up to no good, but I think that's it. For some reason, I just thought of FF10. When, right before you meet, what's his name? I forgot everything. Right before you meet Waka, that whole section. That kind of feels like a pirate section, but not really. I'm really trying to think of any time I've had, like, pirate media. Anyways, it's cool. All right, the debut of Sea of Thieves, and a story to go along with it. Oh, man. Thank you to the requesters. Thanks for your patience. And that is the debut of Sea of Thieves. Let me know more about it. Thanks to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks you for watching. My name is Jesse. Peace.